Only Biafrans now, only Biafra. Oh, Biafra. Simon and Bagan, the one no one who Biafra got it. Only Biafra. Biafrans na family ọfụma. Ọ ga-atụbi. Anyị ga-atụbi. Weso maka lecha na agwa bụ tata. Toyi. Alụnganga. Ọbatai. Biafra ga-adịlele. Welu mụ na Biafra ga-adị o. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị o. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị o. 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 Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị. Simon Emma. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I welcome you wherever you are connecting to this program from. Please like and share. Share on all your platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Share to everyone that is close to you. It is very important that you share so that others can join us in this program, so that others can help us also to digest the program, so that others could help to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land. My fellow Biafrans, we all know that today is Monday. It is Monday sit at home and Biafra land is under lock and key as always. Biafra land is under total lockdown. And we have seen reports from all parts of the Biafra land on how the Biafrans are responding to the sit at home. It does not matter what the enemies are saying. It does not matter their lies and their propaganda. It doesn't matter their cheap blackmail. We will continue to send out this information, and the Biafrans will continue to do their part. It doesn't matter how many people they take their life. It doesn't matter how many military men they send into Biafra land. No matter how they try, we will continue to speak up, and we will continue to push this information outside to the world. Biafra land must be protected. No matter what the Zoological Republic does, Biafra land must be protected. We are going to defend our land, and we are going to make sure that every necessary information gets to the Biafran people. We are going to make sure that we send these informations across to all parts of the world. We see what is happening in Biafra land. You can see the loss of lives in Biafra land. You can see the attacks against the Biafran people. In the midst of all that, we will not stop talking. We will not stop talking. We will continue to decimate the enemies. We will continue to pass the informations. And we will continue to speak to the people that matters in the world. They will try to silence us, but we cannot allow them to silence us. They will try to cage us. We will not allow them to cage us. They will try to distract us using their internal enemies, but we will never allow them to succeed. We know there are many distractors, many internal enemies that are hanging here and there, seeking for opportunity to perpetrate their evil. We have seen the recruited terrorists inside and outside, including Biafrans who were recruited. We will definitely decimate them. Every single one of them, wherever they are coming from, we are going to make sure that we expose all their evil acts. We will not allow them to stop us. We know they are trying to stop us using the social media network. They are trying to stop us using so many other mechanisms to hinder us from broadcasting. They try to hinder us from sending the right information to the Biafrans. They continue to use the blackmailers and the propagandists to distract. But my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I urge you never to shake. Do not be afraid, because the truth cannot be hidden. As long as you are standing with the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, you are on the right path. You have no reason to be afraid. You have no reason to be scared. We are doing the right thing, and we are standing on the right path. Don't allow the enemies to distract you. Do not be afraid of what they are going to do or what they are going to say. Do not be discouraged. We are going to win this battle. The structure on how to win this battle have been laid down by the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Obatobi of Biafra land. Today, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze, is on top of the game, making sure that everything works out for good. Whatever lie they are telling, whatever propaganda they are pushing out there, do not allow it to get at you. They are going to do different kinds of things to deceive you. They can use your brother to deceive you. They can use your sister to deceive you. They can use your mother to deceive you. But you must not be deceived. Every one of us must pay attention to what is going on. No matter what the enemy say, no matter what they do, every single one of us must continue to stand on the path of truth. Whatever they are doing today, do not be weakened. I thank you, that the Biafrans are not weakened. In the midst of all the fire, you can see that Biafrans are not. The sit at home is going on in Biafra land, undeterred and undistracted. The entire Biafra land is shut down. Businesses are locked down. Markets are locked down. And we will continue. The proscription and the upholding of the prostitution of IPOB is to tell you the plan of the zoo that they are not ready to change. The unrepentant criminal and terrorist government of Nigeria cannot change. That is why you see them, they uphold the proscription of the IPOB. And we cannot pretend that all is well. We will never, ever, ever agree with them. So I urge every Biafran, wherever you are, we must all come out in numbers and continue to support the Biafra restoration. You can see how the whole market is gazetted. These are the places where they come to threaten people to come out by force. With all their threats to people, with all their threatening, nobody was seen in the market. The whole market is deserted. On Monday, with all their threat, the Biafrans know what they want. The zoo does not want us alive. The plan of the Zoological Republic is to destroy us, to take innocent life, and we cannot allow them. With all the force they are applying, with all the lie they are telling, with all their propaganda, the Biafrans know what is right. Only a foolish man will listen to these people after they have upheld the prescription of IPOB. And you think they can listen to you. The freedom of Mazen Nandeka is in my hand, is in your hand. Every one of us as Biafran, it is we that will release Mazen Nandeka through our actions. And one of those actions is this sit at home. One of those actions is this sit at home. We must continue to uphold it no matter what, no matter the trials, the challenges, the lies, the propaganda, the blackmail. Every Biafra must continue to participate in this sit at home. That is the right way to go. And we shall overcome. Chukwu is going to give us the strength to overcome. Chukwu is going to help us to defeat all the enemies of Biafra with all the lies and their propaganda. The Biafrans will know the truth. Everyone that is watching this program, don't fail to join me on my program tomorrow morning. I am going to do a different program tomorrow morning on the Vidhaba channel. It is going to be a blockbuster. That secret they are hiding, we are going to reveal for the very first time things that have to do with the men on the ground. I have not spoken about the men on the ground for a very long time. I have decided to keep myself away from anything that has to do with the men on the ground. But the enemies of Biafra, because of the loss of life we are seeing today, because of the propaganda and blackmail that is going on today, we have been forced to discuss the men on the ground. And that is going to be our topic tomorrow. We are going to reveal secrets that will shock you. We are going to show you things that you have not seen before. So if you are watching this program, don't miss my tomorrow program on the Vidhaba channel on YouTube. Tomorrow, don't miss that program. Make sure you are on that program tomorrow. Make sure you are part of the program on the Vidhaba channel tomorrow. If you miss that program, you missed a lot. We are going to bring to an end all this propaganda and blackmail. And we are going to go ahead to defend our land. The United States of Biafra is doing everything and have put everything in place. And I bet you, gradually, you are going to begin to see things happen. Do not be afraid. Do not be dismayed. Do not be discouraged. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, always know that our destination is freedom. And we must be free. We must be free. This update I was showing is update that was posted by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. And in that update, she wrote, breaking, the Deputy Prime Minister thanks great Biafrans for again delegitimizing Nigerian government and legitimizing the sovereign state of the United States of Biafra. Today, Monday, February 3, 2025, by massively volunteering, sitting at home. All offices, banks, school, business was under lock and key as agreed by citizens of the United States of Biafra, led by Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze and Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. This referendum action shows that the United States of Biafra is in charge of Biafra land, despite the mercenaries secretly imported into our land to kill us by Nigerian Defense Chief Christopher Musa. We will not be deterred. We will defend our new nation. This speech is coming from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. You see that Biafra land is under lock and key. Nothing is going to stop the Biafrans. No amount of propaganda, no amount of blackmail will stop the Biafra people. We are to continue the freedom of Biafrans. What you are seeing are updates for today. You see, businesses are shut down, banks are closed down, malls are closed down, offices are locked up on Monday. Offices are locked up on Monday. And the condition is simple: move all your terrorist military in Biafra land, release the Supreme Amazing Nandikan and all political prisoners of Biafra, and you have your peace. If you fail to do so, we will continue to sit at home as civil disobedience as we move ahead to unleash the Liberation Army on this. So when they will tell you that people are not sitting at home, we bring you evidence to show you. So you wouldn't say you didn't see. You can see banks, offices locked up. Everywhere is in total lockdown in obedience to the United States of Biafra government. Today, under Dr. Ngozo Rogweze, under the control of Prime Minister Mazi Samane, Mazi Nandekam, it is us that will release him through our continuous effort. If we do not do anything, nobody's going to do it for us. If we don't act, nobody is going to act for us. We have to take action. And take action now. We must take action. If we do not take action, nobody is going to do it. Because Biafra land must be defended. Biafra land must be defended at all costs. You see how the whole place is locked down against all odds. Even in their lies and propaganda, in their terrorist activities, are trying to force Biafrans out. No matter how they try, they cannot succeed. Biafrans have made up their mind. Nobody is enforcing anything. Nobody is forcing anybody. Biafrans on their own are demanding for the release of our Supreme Amazing Nandekam. And the world is looking at evidence. The Finnish authority can see it that the Biafrans are not deterred. Biafrans, they are not cajoled, they are not deterred. They have continued to demand for the unconditional release of Amazing Nandekam. Even in the absence of a Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Biafrans are obeying their agreement with the Biafran government to make sure that Biafran land is secure. This agreement must stand. It does not matter how you feel. It does not matter what you think. Biafra land must be defended. And that defense of Biafra land is what is going on. The referendum has continued. There is no referendum that will be greater than this we are seeing. And this is showing to the world that Biafra land is under the control of the Biafran government. Biafra land is under the control of the Biafran government. It is not just in word, but in action. As the whole world stands still and they watch what is going on, we are going to continue to pursue our freedom until we are free. And nobody is going to hinder us. You can see it clearly that Biafra land is no longer king. You can see it clearly. The Biafra land is completely locked down. You can see it clearly that people are obeying the instruction against all odds. With all the terrorism that the Nigerian government is bringing, the referendum is clear. We can no longer be part of the zoo. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to stand firm and stand strong. Be security conscious any place you are as a Biafran in Biafra land. Please be security conscious. Be very, very security conscious. Anywhere you find yourself in Biafra land, try as much as possible to be security conscious. Be careful where you go, how you go about your business. Be cautious of time. When there is an instruction, obey it. As long as you obey those instructions, you will live long. And you're going to see things work out for you. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to observe this, the Biafran people sat at home, as always, and they did what they had to do. And we will continue to demand for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Ask Finland authority to let go our prime minister because he has not done anything wrong. In the midst of holding prime minister, a lot of things are happening. And we will not be silent. I want you to join me and watch this program that was held in the morning. For those who missed the morning program, I'm going to make a replay of it so that you can join and watch it and share also as you join, share so that others can get the information. Thank you and stay blessed. In time, it has now become clear that the women are the real people to lead us to this victory if we must win it. The women in Biafra land can never be undermined. If you are only body that you, if you are a Biafra and you're underestimating the Biafran women, you don't know what you are doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because the Biafran women seem to be the only ones on top of the game. During Abarayot, the Biafran women did marvelously well in Abarayot, and they changed things. They changed things. And this time around, it is only the Biafran women that are standing up today, demanding that the Zoological Republic terrorists should leave Biafra land. Only the Biafran women. There is no other legitimate organization that is making any headway or to speak boldly. Only the women. And in the United States of Biafra today, the women are there leading. Just like Martin Nadegan asked, where are the men in Biafra land? Where are they? The men are busy gossiping. They are busy gossiping, busy killing themselves with envy and jealousy. They are busy engaging in backstabbing. They are busy engaging in big name pride. But the women are doing the job that they are supposed to do, just like they did in the past. And I'm going to share one of the videos where the women of Biafra are speaking up. Let's watch.
Disappointment and pain in our hearts as our dear president watch as some Nigerians, people like Reno Mokri, Fani Kayode, and Ruben Abat, make statements that is capable of setting this country on fire, and they watch without doing anything about it. We were here when one of the SND in Ajawo Estate made a similar statement. He was arrested, incarcerated for nothing. And we also demand that the federal government dismantle with immediate effect all the checkpoints, all the military checkpoints in the southeast. If the militaries could be in the southeast and we have this high level of crime in the southeast, I don't think we are safe in the hands of the military. We call on the governors of the southeast, raise vigilante groups. Let each community go and raise vigilante groups to guide yourself.
Is our children they are killing, are standing our ground today to say no to all this. Otherwise, we will all become not just widows, but childless.
Another thing we want to also talk about is that the federal government should please release Nnamdi Kanu so that we will have absolute peace in the southeast.
The illegal southeast governors and south governors that he has allowed to hire and recruit fellow Biafrans in the name of security forces to continue to kill our people, because that is what they are doing. The illegitimate Soludo, Peter Mba, Ozadimma, and Co. You all go ahead and hire reintegrated terrorists. You go ahead and hire fellow Biafrans that you bribe your way into, and they continue to kill innocent Biafrans. That we can no longer continue to happen. We demand that you leave United States of Biafra territory. We have 40 states in the United States of Biafra, 15 districts, 15 counties in each of the states, and we have our districts and we have our wards. The Nigeria terrorist state, Nigeria government, Christopher Musa, President Tinubu, you are mandated to leave Biafra land because we have gotten our independence. You have no place, you have no room to continue the occupation of the United States of Biafra at this moment. You are breaking the law. You are breaking our territorial integrity. You are doing what you are not supposed to do. Any presence of Nigerian military or police in Biafra land at this point is illegal. And Biafrans, we will do everything within our power to move you away from our land. That is the promise. We are going to do that. Nigerian government, you have the mandate to peacefully leave Biafra land with your delegitimized Southeast governors, South governors that are currently occupying Biafra land, trying to recruit unsuspecting Biafrans, giving them guns, giving them arms to continue to terrorize Biafra people. That is not acceptable in our land.
You can see that the women are taking the lead. The women are in the front taking the lead. Where are the men? Where are the men? Where are the men? They are busy gossiping. They are busy backbiting. They are busy killing themselves in jealousy and envy. But the women are taking up the challenge, both in Biafra land and outside, even in the government of Biafra. The Zoological Republic government is doing everything humanly possible to destroy whom we are. They never meant well for us. They never meant well. It is so sad that those who have nothing to offer, they focus their attention on fighting against their own brother and their own sister. They focus their attention on fighting themselves. Some who doesn't have anything to offer. You don't have anything to offer and you do not want to allow your brother who is working for Biafra to do their job. You focus your attention on distraction. You are focusing your attention on personal popularity and presentation of yourself. You just want to exalt yourself and answer big names. It is about you. If you are not on top, nobody will be there. And why you allow things get out of hand. Look at those who are claiming to be in charge of this and that. Where are they today? Those who are in charge of claiming to be in charge of heaven and earth, where are they today? Biafrans are losing their life on a daily basis. Look at the attack that is going on in Biafra land. Unchallenged, nobody is coming after them. And yet some idiot will come and show themselves. They want Biafrans to exalt them. They even go to the extent of extorting money from Biafrans in the name of protecting them, and they do nothing. Where are the men in Biafra land? Where are the men? Today, the women have taken up the position of the men. And they are doing great jobs because the men are busy gossiping. The men are busy envying themselves. They are busy chasing shadows, chasing popularity. They are busy pulling each other down. And the women have taken up the challenge, speaking up on different angles, on different places. Where are the men? Where are the men? Aba women saved Aba when it was time, and they did. They went on a riot that changed the whole situation. They are coming up again. Where are the men? And the most disturbing is that even in the time when the women are doing what they're supposed to do, you will see some men will open their mouth and still be castigating these women. Some of them, in their idiocy and stupidity, will use some derogatory languages against the women. It is sad, but we must continue. The atrocities of the zoo in Nigeria against Biafrans will never be forgiven. And we cannot allow it to continue. We are going to continue to engage them and fight them until the last man standing. We will never give up. It does not matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter their blackmail. It is not going to stop us. Wherever you are in Biafra land, all you have to do today is to continue to support the United States of Biafra. Whatever contribution you know you can make, don't wait for anybody to call on you. Don't wait for anybody to come and beg you. Do your part and let Chukwuka fulfill his work in our lives. The responsibility we have today as a Biafran is to secure our land. We must secure our land. We must protect our land. We must not allow the enemies to take our land. No matter how they try. No matter how they try. No matter their blackmail, their propaganda. No matter what they do, we must not give up. We must continue to fight this battle until victory is won. We are going to win. Don't mind whatever you are seeing today. Do not be discouraged. No matter the propaganda you see today, no matter the blackmail you see today, do not be discouraged. Be focused, stay strong, and stay focused. We shall overcome. Wherever you are in Biafra land, you must try as much as possible to be careful where you go. Be careful what you do. Be careful in any angle where you go. Because a lot is happening. The enemies are there already. We have been warned for a very long time. Some who didn't know that Master Simon was doing a great job, now they are finding out. The news we saw yesterday, second, you saw it, the Nigerian President Tinubu and his defense chief Christopher Musa continue the massacre of innocent Biafran citizens near Ehamufu, using their reintegrated terrorists in Nigerian military and police. Ehamufu was on fire yesterday. Innocent people were murdered. Innocent people. This is what Mazi Samoneko was fighting against. Mazi Samoneko was standing against this. Since they stopped Mazi Nandekano and stopped Mazi Samoneko, since Mazi Samoneko was kept incommunicado, Tinubu government and the terrorists have taken the life of more than 1,000 innocent Biafrans. More than 1,000 innocent Biafrans. and many have been incarcerated. It is sad. It is sad. The absence of our Prime Minister have increased the attack, have given the Nigerian terrorists and Nigerian government the authority and power and the morale to continue to take innocent Biafrans' life. And more than 1,000 Biafrans have lost their lives since Master Simon never remained incommunicable. Yesterday was a hamufu. People were attacked in their churches. What did they do? We saw gruesome videos flying everywhere that we cannot share. Most of you have seen the video, but we can't share them online. And this news, you can't see it in the conventional media. You can never see it in the conventional media. All you see in the conventional media is stop, sit at home, stop, sit at home. You cannot see the atrocities of the zoo in their media. And every time they come to the media, they continue to misinform people. They will tell you that this insecurity have reduced since they kidnapped Master Simon, since they stopped Master Simon from speaking. But you can see that that is a blatant. They will tell you that this insecurity have reduced since they kidnapped Master Simon, since they stopped Master Simon from speaking. But you can see that that is a blatant lie. Instead, insecurity have increased. People lost their life in their churches, the modern people, in churches. And the Biafrans know what they want. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. Nobody is forcing you to look elsewhere. But we will continue until we get our freedom. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide us and direct us to that very path that we must go. It is unfortunate that many people have been misled and many people have refused to embrace the truth. But in the midst of all those lies, we will continue to follow what is right. Do not be discouraged. Do not be deterred. There is war going on in Biafran territory. There is war going on in Biafran territory, and we must win that war. There is no need to pretend about it. There is no need to paint it something else. The truth remains there is a war going on in Biafran territory. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that is the truth. And in case you don't understand it, I'm going to play a video to tell you the information in a more humorous way. Maybe with humor, you can understand better. Let us listen to this. Prosperity, progress, but see, in the mother had a quadobogo, Ndoka, Banner people, Supadobogo. When I was there, Tuesday, when I don't have person, I call Akona, Roshun, person, and Chugarabugoro, no, cannot Barona, Niagara Puno, no Lonsa, Wa, and Dora Bugono, Nakakureba, and I call the empty. Una Cusina, what is the Akunu, young Kita? Una Cusina.
ebe pastọ na-anọ na jet na-agba n'elu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị n'ala na-akụ egwu ọnọ n'elu ebe pastọ ga-anụrụ biri ezigbo ụlọ esi ya na-eku ya ụmụ ogbenye ya tụọ ego jewe na-agbagharị ya fuel na jeneretọ ma ogbe ihe a che mụ na sọ nụ bụ atụrụ eji chụọ aja kedu ka esi wee were ụnụ chụọ aja na aka ndị jiri ụnụ chụọ aja mma ejiri gị chụọ aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira ikwana ihe eje eluigwe ịnwe na ndị ụka ịfọ na enwe ebe unu ga-eje ndị si ndị ụka o nwere ebe unu na-eje o onwekwa ebe unu na-eje o bikọz edekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije enugwe dị adị ka anyịnya ịga na agala igwe andị ngụ abụ ọgaranya o nwere ebe ị na-eje marakwa na onwe ebe ị na-eje andị ịkwana ka ịdodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gwana anyị ga-akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụ maka o nwere eso ụmụ ya dewe n'ọgụ na ada ọbụna egbe ka ị nwere edo egbe edo ezo n'ọgụ na ada ọbụna ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta eje gwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Izrel jiri gwọọ ọgwụ na baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ndị ụmụ Izrel jiri ọgụ gụọ baịbụl wee bụrụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwana ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe ejiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filista na-ewe lụọ Filista na ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filista na ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Izrel ewe jekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Izrel mgbe anyị dị n'ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Izrel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Izrel ebe enyi ya na-ekwu okwu ya jeresịlị obodo dị ihe ahụ ọ bụ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe enyi ihe niile na Filista dị ebe enyi Kọrịntịans ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Kọrịntịans dịka edere ndị ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa m na-aga na-abụ nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị ga-eje ọgụ kwadoni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabazienị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ agbanwere ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta projekti ụnụ emewara projekti ya zuo n'ike projekti gbana na nke emetere emete ribegwodu gbana ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya ahụ ọgụ na-ada ahụ a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na awa onwe ihe umenwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi tọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gara ụmụ gị niile berezi iwe ucha ebere arabiri kubere onwe ihe imenwu kwa istel fara agwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ị na-akwa ka a na-agwa ụnụ ka abacha na-agwa onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe anwa menwu a na-akata egbu fada isi ha irisie blak kpagharịa rituru mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fada ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mgbe wezie gị n'ozi ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị kwara na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma pipụl na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gwa ndị mmadụ ha sevu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụọ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kash gị tii n'akpa na-esevukwu kash na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ya ego ọ ga-abalị ugodi ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-agodi onwe gị anyị na-edere atụ ego adị ijekwa na bankị ahụ ị na-amakwa na ịkpatakwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozo bank agụ ewe bee ga ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha asụ so ndị ụka ka nna-achị gwa nka gbanị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ ekuzini ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na nwụdebe gị n'aka ka iji ekweta na ọ na-eme a na-enwude ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada ọgụ na-ada and ọgụ aga ada ihe edere na baịbụl emere ụnụ kụnụ mata na ọ ya ada mana onwe chọrọ ịnụ ya kịta maka ọ dị ka na-azụta ego n'ime ahịa ọgụ na-ada tee pepụl na-akwado ịlụ ọgụ ịgwazara ihe ị na-ezi ya from January to December ofu ihe na-agwa ha ka ị na-agwa ha chenjere ha topik gwa na ha na ọgụ na-ada anaghị agụ sọ mpat na baịbụl ka ha wee kweta na ọgụ na-ada ịga na revelation ọgụ a na-ada na edere ya na ọ ga-ada mana ị na-alaik ịgụ revelation ọfụ eme ego revelation ihe ebe ya agụ ebe dị gị important ebe ndị ụka ya nụ wee laik ya gị enye onye project Sunday enye nke ndị fa ndị Chelsea enye nke ndị Man U enye nke ndị General enyezie nke ndị a na-akpọ Jizọs zone ihe niile na-enyekọcha ya mgbe ọbụla ụnụ na-atọ na bildin ụnụ na-arụ nke ọrụ nke arụ nke arụ a na-arụkasị ihe na-arụ ụnụ tozi na rebuild onwezi anaghị emezi ihe ọfụọ o rebuild ihe nke arụrụ ochie arụgharịkwa ya nke arụkọta ekpughepụ ya akụ ya parapet arụkwa ọzọ ụmụ ogbenye na-ata afụ onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe rụba ụlọ ụka rụrụ ọrụ si ogbenye soro otu ego arụcha ụlọ ụka nwe ogbenye agụọ ya akwụkwọ gwa m ụlọ ụka ahụ the most expensive church enwe and the most expensive school enwere bụ ndị ụka nwunye mana ndị ga-atụ ego ya bụ ụmụ ogbenye rụsị ya ndị ahụ ụnụ na-eme ebiri ekpere Wednesday ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ ka ha rabụ maka ndị ọkọtụ bụ ndị nwere n'ego n'anya ụnụ ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ Holy Ghost ụmụ ogbenye na-enyekwara gị aka jekwa nakwa ndị big man ga-enyere ha aka faya ọfaya anụbịa anụcha mgbe ejozi iji wee ụmụ akwụkwọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ejekwa kpọrọkwa ndị ụmụ ọkọtụ ahụ dịka isi chie ya ajekwa kpọrọkwa ha ga-agụkwa ya maka price ị ga-eti ya ndị ga-emeta ọgwụgwụ ya bụkwa ndị ọkọtụ ahụ ị na-akpọkwa ọkọtụ kịta biko ọdụ na ọkara gị wee nwee ego bụrụ onye ọkọtụ ihe na-ada faya ndị ọhelu faya ka ụnụ dagidere megide ọnụ nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ elu nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ faya oreru ka ọchanja bidoro ịgba ọkụ ụnụ ncha gbafucha onwe ezi ọnya fụrụ ọ faya ụnụ tibere gbara ọchanja ọkụ kemgbe ahụ ụnụ agbaala ọsọ na faya onye ọbụla n'ọrụ onwe ya ya abụ ụta ndị iwe na-ewe m nke ụnụ ebidogokwa iwe m iwe n'ikpeazụ gbanị ndị mmadụ eziokwu hapụ ịnwụ na agba ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada gbanị ndị mmadụ nsogbu anyị nwee iru okita no man do bunde smen ni mo ya ebe ga agbaba ma alụba ọgụ ka ha jiri birigodi ebiridi ya den ebiri ni mo ha konka imo ha niile nne ga agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo nna ga agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo gbogote n'elu ala anyị na-ekwu okwu ha niile nọcha na junction niile si abanye na bunu sil onwebi ihe ifuru onwebi ihe ịchọrọ imepe anya ha niile nọcha na junction bunu ịnọkọta na azụbeghị fụ ka na kpamkpamkpamkpamkpamkpa n'ụdụrụ ọna polisi akpụkwụ n'azụ ụlọ gụ den ọgụ ada kịta ka ebe ị ga-ezo kịta arụsị ihe dị n'obodo unu buru eburu sị na unu buru ya n'aha Jizọs unu eburu ya n'aha Jizọs were resọs ziere anyị n'aha onye kwani Jizọs unu na-akpafu unu na-egwu eweyo unu kwuo nke unu egwu.
You have heard this message is loaded, even though it is with humor. This message is applicable to anything you are worshiping, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a traditionalist, whether you are a Jewish, whichever angle you are. You must begin to tell your people about the danger at hand. There is war going on in Biafra territory. People don't want to talk about it. Lives have been lost. The kind of video that is coming out from Biafra land is not a joke. This information, you cannot get it in the conventional media. You can't get it in the international media. We are only forcing ourselves and trying as much as we can to put this information forward so that you can be able to get it. Wherever you are, in your small community, in your churches, as a native doctor or as an imam, any place you are in Biafran territory, tell your people there is war going on so that they can prepare themselves and get ready for what is coming. We don't want anybody to be taken unaware. War is already going on. Everybody in Biafran territory must prepare. Nigerian government is waging war against the Biafran people, and they are recruiting non-state actors. Asare Dokoba and boys are in action, taking innocent life. We have seen them on video. They confess to their crime, and they are bold about it. We must protect ourselves and defend ourselves. Wherever you are as a Biafran, if you have any mechanism to protect yourself for the meantime, do it while the government of Biafra is doing their own. The United States of Biafra government is already putting in place things that need to be put in place. The Liberation Army of Biafra in the 40 states as constructed are doing their part. In any of those 40 states of Biafra, every state have its own military that is going to protect it. And the plan is ongoing. I bet you a lot is going to happen very, very soon. The government is so busy organizing things and making things right. But meanwhile, as you are, as a Biafran, wherever you are, do not lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Be security conscious at all times. Be security conscious at all times. Look around your environment. Mind where you go, when you go, and how you go. Very, very important. We are going to defeat this enemy, but we need your support. Your support is needed by the Biafran government. As long as you do your part, I bet you we will never give up and will never hands up. Because the whole world is going to hear us. Everybody knows what is going on in Biafra land, even while some are pretending not to know. Everybody knows, and we will never give up. What they are doing today is to beat us down and make sure we give up and stop talking about our freedom. But we will never, ever give up. No matter what happens, we'll never give up. I want us to listen to this very program I came across. Let us hear the opinion of this guy on this program.
Estimation, in your assessment, do you think that the Southeasterner is better in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? I want you to give us a holistic overview of whether Nigeria serves as a living space for the average Southeasterner, or is there some form of, should they live, should they exist?
Okay, Mr. Chukuma, thank you again for having me in this panel. Let me say this, and I totally agree with what Sho has said. If you don't want them, let them go. I'll answer that for you as a one very northern politician who used to be a retired army officer said. Do you allow a conquered people? The East is the slaves, so they will continue to be. You don't allow slaves to go. And he said that in national TV, and nobody arrested him. Nobody said anything to him. He said that the East, as far as they are concerned, is not a place where we're going to continuously be there. Because if the East go, who will be helping them, serving them, and doing all that? So the East have been long considered by those powers that be as a conquered territory. The problem that we're having now is because those who the people who do not know Pharaoh is in the other way. In the Bible, it's the other way around. The Pharaoh who do not know Joseph, but now they in the East. Then those of us who didn't fight the war, those of us who didn't know what the war was all about, have become men today, and we see the injustice and the lopsidedness, and we are now rising to say, you guys are not speaking. Who, just like Show have said, the governors of the East, those who have made millions from selling out the Igbos, who have made their empires built on collaborating to make sure that the East does not develop. They are the ones the people now, like Nnamdi Kanu, rose up against, because he sees the lopsidedness. People keep saying, we don't know what do the Igbos want. Nnamdi Kanu had a meeting with the governors of the East. And when they offered him positions, he said, no, I don't want your positions. I want you people to do this. Give us a standard railway. Give us a seaport. Give us some good roads. Give us federal, establishments in the East. And that's what we're looking for. I'm not looking for your position. They left and said, okay, we'll get back to you. And of course, we know what happened after that.
Okay, so KJ, permit me to button at this time. My question is this. Do you think that the interests, the fortunes of an Igbo man will improve in a restructured Nigeria or in a sovereign state called Biafra?
Yes. I say yes to all your questions. Answer all your questions. Look, let me tell you, the Igbo man doesn't see Nigeria as his, world. No, we see the world as our there to take. We are not limited by the space in Nigeria.
This is what I have said before in my program, and this is the exact truth. When they come, they will only tell you that the Igbo man need a larger space, and they regard Nigeria as a larger space. Nigeria is not the larger space that we need. Nigeria is not the larger space we need. What we need is the world entirely. The space we need is the world. Allow us to move out to the world, explore the world, invent in the world, and do what we have to do. When you are trying to limit us in Nigeria, you are caging us. I love this thing that this man has just said. I have said it several times on my program. You know, those politicians in Nigeria, those criminals, they will come and tell you, oh, you don't go to Biafra. When you take Biafra, it will make you spoil. That the Igbos, they need the larger space. The Igbos need a larger space. And when they are talking about larger space, they begin to refer the larger space as Nigeria. Nigeria is never a larger space for us. Nigeria is the smallest space on the planet Earth for us to be. Nigeria is the smallest space a Nigerian can be, a Biafran can be. When we are talking about larger space, refer to the world. And that is exactly what this man is doing. And that is the right thing to say. I'm glad he's doing that line of thought. I want us to listen to him once again and hear what he just said.
The fortunes of an Igbo man will improve in a restructured Nigeria or in a sovereign state called Biafra?
Yes. I say yes to all your questions. Answer all your questions. Look, let me tell you, the Igbo man doesn't see Nigeria as his, world. No, we see the world as our there to take. Exactly. We are not limited by the space in Nigeria.
Exactly. We see the world as our space, not Nigeria. Limiting us to Nigeria is a crime against humanity. We are not the people you can limit. But when they talk, they try to limit us to Nigeria. They talk about Nigeria. Oh, Igbo man can explain Nigeria. You cannot. Limiting us to Nigeria is a crime against humanity. We see the world as a space for us. And that is why we want to have our emulation where we can be able to reach out to the world at our own speed, in our own space, the way we want. Today, Nigerian government is stopping us from reaching out to the world. They are stopping us from exploring. They are stopping us from expanding. That is why we have to get out for us to have a place where we can be able to explore the world openly without any hindrance.
By the circumference of the earth itself, because that's why you go to every part of the world, you see an Igbo man. We don't have a confined mindset of where we can exist or not exist, and that's why the Igbo man can go to South Pole and be comfortable there and do his business because he's open-minded. He's not restricted by the people or culture or tradition. As long as you give him a space, a level playing ground, he will play very well. And he's a team player. He's not coming to dominate you or what. No, he's concerned about himself and his family and what he's doing. Now, the reason why I say yes to all your questions is because the limitation that the Igbo man faces in Nigeria is great. It's so great, and it also hampers the development of the Southeast. There are certain things and there are certain mileage the Southeast would have achieved if it was allowed to operate at the level they wanted. And if you have any doubt, you go back to when Nigeria was region, by regions. You see that the Southeast was the fastest growing. Even around the world, it was mentioned that Okpara's government was one of the best. And things moved. That was when Malaysia came to Nigeria to pick up the palm fruit. So what are we saying here? We're saying that at that level, every region was putting their best out, their best foot forward. But now we're relying on the fact that, there's always going to be federal, allocation to be shared. And we are continuously and constantly pressing down on the Southeast. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Chukuma. Why is the seaport in Calabar not working? Why is the seaport in Akwa Ibom not working? Why is the seaport in Oni and Port Harcourt not working? Why is the seaport in Warri not working? If those things work, the Igbo man probably will not bring his crates and import to Lagos and wait for months and months to be cleared. They will use those ports to get in their goods and be able to sell. Why is it that there's no standard gauge in the Southeast? Because if there was standard gauge, the Igbo man will probably use the railway like they used to do in the 80s and the 70s to move their goods and move their services. So these things are hampering. Why is there no gas pipeline in the Southeast? Why? You see, and again, look, if you fly into Nigeria, you must either land in Lagos, you land in Abuja, or you land in Kano.
You can also land in Enugu.
But it will cost you more.
Okay.
It will cost you more than you would have even landed in Lagos and taken a local flight.
You can also land in Port Harcourt.
You can land in Port Harcourt, but it will cost you 3 times what it will cost you to land in Abuja or Lagos. Okay. Will you want to do that? So you rather land in Abuja and take a local flight to your community. Okay. So what am I simply saying? If you see, he who plays the piper dictates the tune. So the tunes have been dictated to the Igbos for so long. The younger people don't understand it. Now I am so glad that the Igbos have risen up to be talking back. And that's why I celebrate that the woman group, I think led by Madam Fit, or I can't remember her right name now. And they are speaking out. And they have said to speak out for their children. Since the men in Igbo land have failed to do that, the so-called leaders and governors and all the professors have failed to be able to stand up and speak, just like Paul. It's not shameful that it's Afenifere that is rising up to speak on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not shameful to those who call themselves leaders of the East. What have they been able to do? Afenifere is the one demanding that Nnamdi Kanu should be released on, because this thing has come to a point nobody can understand.
Okay, then.
But we are here sitting. Okay, now why did they make it an IPOB, a terrorist organization? By the way, I'm happy to say that in the whole wide world, it's only Nigeria that calls IPOB a terrorist organization. So it doesn't really mean anything because out there people know that they are not terrorist organization. Okay. Now, why they call it terrorist organization? It will give them the opportunity to move more arms and ammunition into already the East to deal with them decisively. Because right now they are dealing with a terrorist group, a people who are very dangerous to the existence of Nigeria. Have they not been doing this before? They've been doing it. They are the ones who brought in all the players, the major players.
You have just listened to this very message. It is really heartbreaking when you see the situation in Biafra land. Many people are aware of these issues, but when it comes to solution, it is only the United States of Biafra at the front line of making sure that a solution is being reached. And we are going to pursue the solution consistently without looking back. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter whether you support us or you don't support us. It doesn't matter what you think or how you feel. The solution remains this integration until everyone stands on their own, be able to explore, grow at their own space, in their own speed. You are welcome, my brother Greg. Thank you so much for joining. Greg, are you there? Go ahead and speak to us, my brother Greg.
Thank you, Juice. Good morning and happy new week.
You're welcome.
Yes, my brother. It's terrible what is happening in our place. I don't know where to start. But I must start first from the things at hand. What is happening in the East, the moment. Because throughout yesterday night, I found it very hard to sleep. For me, it was too hard for me to lie down and sleep, honestly. Nothing, every side of life about the Igbos, about the struggle. I thought I was thinking and I could not hold anything. Because I cannot understand how so-called governors in the East will employ people to come home and kill their citizens. I watched this young man with bike where those criminals lie bullets on the ground and they stopped him. A man you stopped without gun. A man you stopped without no knife. A man you stopped naked. He was not even wearing shirt. He was wearing shorts. And rolling his bike. And he stopped him and started flogging him, beating him to the extent of he became unconscious. After beating him to that level, the end of the day, he shot him. So I don't know how the governors in the East, I don't know how the senators in the East, I don't know how the commissioners, I don't know how the month will end and they will see money and the salary that came from Nigerian government and from the state government in their account, and they will use that money to feed their children and their relations. I don't know how a governor will sit, a commissioner, a minister, a senator will watch this video on how these people are killing people in the East. And they will keep quiet and they will continue. In any war convention, when you get a man with a gun in army uniform and they captured him, just like how many times the Biafra army have got Nigerian armies and they release them and they go. And somebody met a civilian, not with gun, not with a bullet, not with a machete, a man that was only with a shot, almost half naked, rolling his bike, and you beat him to unconscious, and at the end of the day, you shot him dead. And somebody sitting in any government house will watch this thing and he'll keep quiet. There is no way to comprehend such act. I'm telling you, I was asking myself, does it mean there is no more? Does it mean that God doesn't exist in Igbo land again? It is not only one place. In almost every part of Igbo, the same system. In every part of it, the same system. They will kill without any remorse, and they will go free. So, I can't understand. And I don't understand how our people who said, wake up one morning, how somebody wake up one morning and he joined this freedom movement. And he will go to bed and he sleep. And he will just fold his hands. And he will look at somebody and he will start talking about Simon Ekman, Nnamdi Kanu, Ngozi Orebeze. And he will not be asking himself questions. Some people started blaming somebody who did them nothing. I was asking myself, does it mean after the invitation of our PM Simon Ekman, the armies of Biafra who was defending the land How could it be that all the men and all the equipments died? What happened? So does it mean there was a conspiracy before the invitation? Because you cannot tell me that they invited Simon Ekpa for under 1 week and the men surrendered. Instead, they were coming up and talking who's supposed to be on this, who's supposed to represent Simon and who's not supposed to represent Simon. And they all abandoned what they had been doing and what they promised Simon that they would do. Now, it's supposed to be Ngozi Areweze, it's supposed to be Ogenkere, it's supposed to be this, it's supposed to be that. That is the only thing they are coming to tell the people. Where are the guns that people contributed money and bought and gave to you to defend the land? The whole money that was contributed before the Biafra declaration, throughout that 2 months' time, the PM was busy making sure that he raised enough money. Where are those money? The people that went to Finland, in every place, like let me use this place in Germany here, everybody, whether people that went to Finland and people that not went, minimum people contribute was 300 euro. Because you must pay for the seat, even whether if you are going or if you are not going. And the people who contributed, there were people who were, I'm talking about the list. And there are people who were donating more than thousands and thousands. So when you calculate about more than 500 people that went, let's use the 500 of something people that went to Finland. When you calculate about 300 euros each, what will he give to you? And the PM was visiting every town and every city before this time. Where went that money? Where is that money? If let's assume that the men on the ground say, no, we have no money to feed. Where are that money they were contributing all this time within that period? So why must this thing come to this level? And the men on the ground are trying to claim that there is nothing like betrayal. They did not betray Simon Ekpa. That it was Ngozi Areweze. How can it be that Ngozi Areweze? How could that be that Ngozi Areweze? How could that be? How can you be calling an innocent woman's names because you want to hold a blame? You want to shift the evil that was conspired against the man who trusted you people to a particular woman that did you nothing. So I cannot understand it. I cannot understand the people that sit up one day and say we want to fight for Biafra. And this situation now is not just that they went home or they did this and they did not think that when the rain fall, it does not fall on one man's house. It falls in every man's house. And as long as you carry the arm, even though you betray today, the Nigerian government know you betray, at the end of the day, they will kill you 100%. They can never spare you. They will use you at the end of the day. When they finish your people, they will come and kill you. Just like what happened to this man in Benue. When the Fulanis were using him, killing his people. By the time he wanted to change, he wanted to realize what he was doing. What did they do? They went and killed him. But he went and collected money before he started killing his people. Before he realized that, no, he doesn't want it anymore. They will go and they went and killed him. And that is what happened to Judas. When Judas realized what he did in betraying Christ, it was too late for him. Instead, he killed himself. So, my message this morning is to the men on the ground for them to think twice and realize the real truth and nothing but the truth. So that's my message to them this morning. Let them think. Let every Biafrans lie down and sleep. Both the so-called Emeka, those ones who were conspiring against Simon Ekpa, Emeka Gift, Elo Chukwu, Yikangiru, those who are supporting the Biafra armies, where are they now? Why are they not speaking up? Like Simon Ekpa is not there. Why are they not defending the Biafra land? Simon Ekpa is not there. Why are they not talking about all these killings? Simon Ekpa is not there in the moment. Why are they quiet? Where are the DOS? Where is the wife of Nnamdi Kanu? Simon Ekpa is not there. Why not do something so that Biafrans will know that indeed you really want to fight for freedom of your people? Why are you keeping quiet? Where are the Johanneses? Where are the Eastern politicians? There will be a judgment there. That is my message to them this morning. And then I come to the videos you showed just now in the moment. You know, when the corrupt Biafran politicians and some of them that are said they are rich, anytime they want to deceive you, they will tell you Igbos need a larger place. We are living in Germany, and some are living in Asia, some are living in Britain, England, America. Those ones need a larger place. Our Nigeria is not large enough to contain them. Why are we in Europe? Why are 3,000 something on the American list to deport back to Nigeria? Is the land in Nigeria not enough for them? Not large enough. Since Nigeria, we need a larger place. Go to every African country. Is all those places Nigeria where every Igbo man is living. Go to Cotonou, they have Biafra market. Go to Gabon, Libreville, Cameroon. Go to Malawi. Go to South Africa. Any part of the African country, Kenya, any part, mention the part of Africa that every Igbo man is living today. And they say in Nigeria we need a larger place. What do they mean by larger place? Because they are corrupt. Because they have soiled their hands, they cannot say what is the real truth. What is larger place? Larger place, are we looking for to live in a mansion before you know you live in a larger place? People are living in China, having factories there. Is that place not a larger place? So where can you live that you cannot do business the way you want it? So if we have Biafra today, Biafra will not be enough for us to do our productions, for us to produce anything that we want to supply to the whole world. Or if we are free, we cannot have diplomatic agreement with other neighbors. Is that not large enough? So when we are talking about Nigeria will be, the Igbos need a larger place. Maybe we will still go to Sky, for that place will be enough for us to live, because we are looking for a larger place. So let nobody think or accept or in any way listen to these criminals. Why do you think that happens they will not speak? Because his money is through corruption. Why do you think the maker will not speak? Because his money is through corruption. Why do you think that Eastern governors, like a person that called himself a professor, tell me all over the world, which reasonable country do you see a professor coming to drag a government office? A professor coming to drag office government. Like governorship or presidency, it is only in Nigeria because he wants to belong to the corrupt world. Otherwise, he will be busy doing research in a university, lecturing, bringing up new brain to the land. But Soludo want to belong. So the only way he can belong is to hire people to assassinate his people, to be killing his people, to hire arboros. That is what a professor end up himself in Nigeria, because it is Nigeria. Even in every other African world, tell me another African place where a professor will have time and what he'll be doing dirty politics. It's only in Nigeria, because evil have hijacked the land. There is no way he will survive as a professor than to be corrupt. If you call him today, he will tell you he's not corrupt. So the only thing there is to, my prayer is let us continue be strong. We will not come down. No matter how many they kill, the stone on the land of Igbos will rise and fight this battle. And it will be surprised to them how it will happen. They will understand it when it starts to come, because who laughs last best, and God is not asleep. Thank you, my brother, this morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution, my beloved brother. You have just spoken very well, and I thank you for always making an impact in all our programs. I thank every Biafran that is listening to this program, wherever you are listening from. And we must understand that today is our seat at home. The seat at home that we are having is something that we have all agreed together to have. Nobody is enforcing it. Nobody is forcing anybody to sit at home. It is something that Biafrans have agreed together to continue to stand on. And we will continue to do so. As we speak today, they continue to push their lies and blackmail propaganda against this very sit at home, because it is something that they know is working. But because they have seen that they can't stop it, all they have is to continue to speak against it, push propaganda, including taking innocent lives in order to blackmail the sit at home. But I thank you that Biafrans are not deterred. We are focused, and we will continue to be focused until we get to the promised land very soon. Every Biafran that is watching this program, if you are watching from Biafra land, please, the best thing you can do for yourself is to please follow instructions. Sit at home when others are sitting at home. Be security conscious at all times. Go out when you have to go out, and be at home when you have to be at home. Everything around you must be suspicious. Be careful, because there is a war going on in Biafran territory. There is no other way to paint it. There is no other way to tell you about this. There is no other way to preach this message except to let you know there is war going on in Biafran territory. So while the government continue to set out the plans on how to go against this people and engage them openly, you as a Biafran must protect yourself. You must also have a means to protect yourself by being at the right place at the right time, by listening to instruction and giving your support. Very, very important. All is not well. It has become very clear. People have shouted, even on their conventional media, in Biafra land, people have spoken, made it clear that there is a war going on. You must be very careful. But I bet you it is not going to be for too long. It's not going to be for too long. In a very short while, everything is going to be okay, and we are going to go back to status quo. As you can see from the fundraising that was held on Saturday, the message that came from our Prime Minister through our attorney, Levy, it is very important. That message is strong. You must know where you are, know who you are listening to. There is no point going to attack anybody on their social media or say you want to bring them down. No, no, no. Just ignore them. When you see those people you know that are not passing the right message, ignore them. Ignore them completely and focus on the right thing. Remember the word of our Deputy Prime Minister. Everybody have the freedom of association. Those who have chosen somewhere else to lay their tent, allow them, let them go ahead. Abasioso, Agomaya. At the end of the day, the truth shall prevail. The truth shall prevail. The warning has been given, and I bet you, these things you are seeing today is not going to last for too long. It will all be all over. But I bet you, try as much as possible to be on the right path, because many will be confused. Many are going to be deceived. Many are going to be betrayed. Be very careful. Be very careful. Don't allow yourself to be that very person through whom the Son of Man will be betrayed. Don't allow yourself to be the person whom the blood of the innocent will be found in his hand. If you are that person, the price to pay is very high. Ignorance is not an excuse. All you need to do today is to apply your common sense and reach out to information, listen carefully and follow up. You will not be deceived. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this very broadcast. I said I'm not going to take it for too long. We have been here for 2 hours and you're going to be rounding up the program. Those who are in Biafra land observing the sit at home, please continue to observe the sit at home while the government of Biafra continue to process the best way to engage and defend Biafra land, as the plan is already on. So many things are going to be happening in a few days to come. You are going to be seeing a lot of things. If you see something, say something. Don't keep information to yourself. Our own objective here is to make sure that the world is hearing us. The Finnish authority is hearing us, that the continued detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa is causing a very big havoc to us. The continued restriction of Mazi Simon Ekpa from speaking to us is creating a gap, empowering the terrorists to continue to attack our people, and they must allow our Prime Minister to come back to us as soon as possible. The continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as we have seen, is something that the Nigerian government is not ready to go back on. They have already affirmed their procreation of IPOB, which they know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. So I don't know where they are going to try to talk about releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are prescribing the organization of which he is a leader, and he has never denounced it. My fellow Biafrans, we must prepare. The war has already begun. Don't wait until it happens to you or the person you know or your brother or your sister before you can be able to understand. Prepare yourself now that you have time, because you might not have the time to make the preparation when it happens. Those who were victors yesterday are victims today, and some who are victors today will be victims tomorrow. Be very careful wherever you are. Say something if you see something. Thank you for joining me on this program. My beloved brother Greg, I'm going to be rounding up the program. Please, if you have something to say as a closing remark, say it and let us end the program and come back later in the day, hopefully. Go on, my brother Greg.
Thank you, my brother. Well, what can we say? We'll continue. We pray to God there is nothing that God cannot do. So, I just want to state all the Biafrans, those who are sitting at home, to be watchful for their movements, be careful for your movement, and before you move out, please make sure you look back either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because these people they didn't kill them on the day or sit at home. So they kill at random. So watch your back every time you are going out. Watch your back. Know where you want to go and let people know where you are going. Because these people have come to kill, definitely. So I urge Biafrans to be strong and prayerful and hope in God, not on man. Because man can fail you, but God cannot fail. So that is my own advice to every Biafrans today. Thank you, Chus, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. May Shukwu Okuka be my guide and protect you too. My fellow Biafrans, may Shukwu Okuka be my guide and protect every one of us. May Shukwu Okuka be my guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oragweze. May Shukwu Okuka be my guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Shukwu Okuka be my guide and protect our Speaker, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I appreciate every one of you that have participated on this program. Please like and share if you have not done so. And I will see you again later in the evening, hopefully by the grace of God. Thank you and stay blessed.
Hope asekwana na de Chineke ga-eme ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya ise n'igwe na nwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya ịghọtago etu a ka ọ dị ịghọtago ọnwa pie ọtụtụ ọtụtụ anwụgo